What's up, everybody? Pastor J back in business. We talking about Project Faith again. Thank you all for joining. Let me get my stuff ready. As probably you could possibly tell, I actually read something that I've typed on the computer, so I actually know what I'm saying most of the time. Just want to say thank you again for joining. What a crazy journey. All the stuff that we talked about, hopefully making you guys really think about stuff. This week we're talking about through, so we're working through Project Faith, following allegiance ideally through Him. Now we're all through, we're almost done. The definition is used as a function word to indicate passage into and out of a treatment. Handling process used as a function word to indicate completion or exhaustion. Now that's been completed. Okay. Now going into it, you want to. I have a couple of Bible verses that may work out. Romans 3:22. This righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe. There is no difference between Jew and Gentile. And then John 1:17. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. So not only through Moses, but through Jesus again. The term through states that you may be facing something that can be treated, that can only be defined as finished. But first, we have to actually understand what we're going through. What could possibly, how could it affect us? Possibly a heartbreak, family situations, finding a job or car, fighting depression. In a sense, we're all having to face tribulations to understand triumph. And the final Bible verse I actually found was one of my personal favorites, John 16:33. These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. I love this verse considering it gives the idea that we can find peace even in the dark, as long as we believe that there is light. And in a sense, it's more saying so that we have to go through our darkest night to be able to get to our brightest day. Tupac. An indication of giving your life to be being better through the negative world that all of us is put in. To test your faith, to see what you can get through, is really how we show how faithful we are. By testing our faith, it shows what we can get through. Because let's face it, our faith is tested in every day by obstacles we approach, but also approach us. Not only do our actions speak louder than words, but it shows that what makes us comfortable. Nowadays I've come to realize that you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Right? In a sense, you got to be adaptable in order to get through things these days. Not only do I, but it should, being yourself with faith is true understanding of how stability within your life works. No matter where you come from, you are who you are, whether it differs from sex, race, any other type of religion. But in the sense of having a relationship with God, we all have to understand that we all sin. It doesn't matter who you are. If you think you're perfect, think again. If I was honestly to think I was perfect, and by my definition, I wouldn't be here on this planet. No. Another thing I've come to realize is, we make fun of people who are quiet, or we make fun of people who are really, really loud at school or something. And, it's like, oh, what's wrong with them? Maybe they're trying to get through something, but they don't really have anybody to look up to. So the next time you kind of see that, think about that. I was always one of those kids where I was really quiet in school because I didn't know how to talk about my problems. Or what about those kids who are really maybe sometimes obnoxious at school sometimes? making jokes left and right, trying to be the clown. Maybe that's the only time he's able to speak, because he's not allowed to speak at home. You never know. Now, where was I? But also understand, if you're trying to get through something, anything, it just doesn't happen overnight. We have to understand that patience is a virtue. It takes time, nothing more than a process of how we handle things, and a process of how things will work out in our lives. Like preparing for a race. You must train your body and mind what to do and what not to do to win. That being stated, you must treat all of your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul to absorb the knowledge to win over the obstacle. All the stuff that we have to face sometimes is mentality stuff. It's all up in here. But don't get the idea it's about winning. It's also about being smart about it and making sure that you're doing the right thing, the things for the right reasons. Going through things, you have to make sure you want to make sure you stay on the right path. You don't want to. I've seen so many people go through things where they want to get drunk or something, because first of all, that's what attracts other people, so you're not as alone. And then on top of that, you have the alcohol to numb the pain for a while. The sad part is that hangover, not only is it a physical thing, but it takes them back to that mentality of where they were at, saying, I'm back to being alone again. And you know what, like, sometimes we all have to face it, that you can only depend. See, a lot of people say you can only depend on yourself in this world, because no one is there to help you. As far as people concerned, yes. As far as God, that's a negative. Because in a sense, I only have God in my life that I depend on. And that's why it seems like I do everything for everybody else, because I'm capable. But more on that, I depend on God, which allows me to further put myself out there for other people that need me. And for the statement of through, can and most of stands for your faith and what you put towards God. By working on your faith and being put through obstacles, it tests your faith to get to God. But understand, in order to get to God, you have to go through Jesus, like I was saying earlier. And by doing so, you'll understand the idea of having faith, and more importantly, the relationship you can experience. In the end, by putting your trust and faith in God, it opens opportunities in your life to experience and process, whether high or low. You can solve your problems, for God has indeed overcome the world. And I'll leave you off with a quote until next week. Patience is key when fighting spiritual warfare. And that's by yours truly. Thank you guys for watching this, and I hope you guys really do enjoy and also take from this and learn from this. Really hope it helps you guys. Much love to y'all. God bless. Stay true.